Good morning, students. Today we will discuss to the topic is Plasmodium vivax. The life cycle of Plasmodium, it is completing two phases. The first phase is calling as a man phase, and second phase is calling as a mosquito phase. The Plasmodium vivax, it comes under the phylum Protozoa and subphylum Epicomplexa, and class is the Telospora, and genus is the Plasmodium, and species is the vivax. Now here the Plasmodium vivax, the primary host is the female Anopheles mosquito, and secondary host is the human. And next one is the, if secondary host is not available, the reservoir host is present. The reservoir host is calling as a here monkey. And next infective stage is mainly sickle shaped structure of the sporozoite. It is the infective stage. Now the plasmodiums are mainly different types. The first one is called Plasmodium vivax. The Plasmodium vivax, it causes the disease calling benign tertian malariae. And next one, Plasmodium falciparum, it causes the disease calling as a malignant tertian malariae. And next one is the Plasmodium ovale, causes the disease calling as a mild tertian malariae. And next one is the Plasmodium malariae, it causes the disease calling as a quaternary tertian malariae. Likewise, different types of Plasmodium species, it causes the disease likewise. Now Plasmodiums generally it causes the disease malaria, that is called female Anopheles mosquito. It causes the disease calling in human being that is called malaria. Generally malaria means it is one of the disease that is calling as a bad air is calling malaria disease. Now first scientist Charles Laveran scientist is one of the French military doctor. Charles Laveran is one of the French military doctor. First time identified plasmodium in human being. Okay, first Charles Laveran scientist identified Plasmodium species in human being into the blood. And second doctor, that is called Sir Patrick Monson scientist. Sir Patrick Monson, he is one of the Scottish doctor. While working on elephantiasis, he discovered some malaria it causes by the mosquitoes. Second time, the second name Sir Patrick Monson scientist he discovered malaria. The disease is caused by the mosquitoes. Okay, according to Sir Patrick Monson scientist. And next scientist Sir Ronald Ross scientist. Sir Ronald Ross scientist is one of the British Army doctor. He identified Oocysta plasmodium stomach wall of the in mosquito. So when oocysts are developed into the stomach wall of the mosquito, it causes the disease that is calling as a malaria disease. So he identified in Secunderabad state, now is Telangana. Okay, he identified so many oocysts of what is that stomach wall of Plasmodium species on 20 August. 20 August. That's why he got the Nobel Prize in 1902, 20 August. We are celebrating 20 August till World Mosquito Day. Okay? So, which scientist got Nobel Prize? Sir Ronald Ross scientist. So, different scientists they identified the species of what is that mosquito. It causes the disease is calling malaria. Some sporozoites, some oocyst stages, and etc. etc. they identified. Now, first step is called as a structure of the sporozoite. This is the structure of sporozoite. First time the scientist name Garnham scientist identified as a structure of sporozoite. The structure of sporozoite is mainly sickle-shaped structure. The length of the sporozoite is the 15 microns and width of the sporozoite is the 1 micron. Now, here anterior and posterior region contains anterior curved and posterior somewhat curved like structure or pin like structure is forming, and central region it contains swollen like structures. Here in this sporozoite it contains cytoplasm. Inner side of the cytoplasm it contains what is that Golgi complex and endoplasmic reticulum and mitochondria and nucleus. Inner side of the cytoplasm. Okay, and next one it contains cytoplasm. Cytoplasm penetrates the layer is called what is that pellicle layer above the region. It is called as a pellicle layer. This pellicle layer contains microtubules. These microtubules all helps to the wriggling movement of the sporozoites. Wriggling movement of the sporozoites. Here these are helping. And here this is called as a nucleus. Nucleus is forming here, and convoluted tubules are forming. These are called convoluted tubules. Below the nucleus here, what is that? Mitochondria are forming. It is called as a mitochondria. These filament-like structures are forming. These all are calling as a microtubules. At the anterior region, it contains a apical cup region. Apical cup, and below the apical cup, it contains a secretory organelles. Apical cups, it contains below the region secretory organelles. These secretory organelles these are releasing cytolytic enzymes. The cytolytic enzymes are helps to the penetration of the sporozoites into the liver cells of human being. Now, the apical cup, anterior part, anterior region, okay. The apical cup, it binding with the what is that different types of tissues, and the parasite is entering with the help of apical cup, inner side of the tissues. After that, they are eating of that tissue, either RBCs, okay, either liver cells or hepatocyte cells, etc., etc. So this is the what is that structure of the sporozoite. Okay, structure of the sporozoite, right? Now the plasmodium is completing the life cycle in two phases. The first phase is calling man phase. Okay, in man phase, that is calling as a asexual reproduction, and second step, that is calling as a mosquito phase. In mosquito phase, the process is calling sexual stage, or the life cycle is calling sexual life cycle. Now we will discuss to the man phase. Man phase. Here in man phase, the life cycle is completing mosquitoes. That is calling as a sporozoites. Okay. Now first stage, pre-erythrocytic cycle and exoerythrocytic cycle and erythrocytic cycle. In these phases, the cycle is completing into the man. In this man, here, what is that pre-erythrocytic cycle, and here the sporozoites are now entering into the liver cells. Okay, and exoerythrocytic cycle, here also the sporozoites again they entering into the liver cell. Some are entering into the what is that reaching into the RBCs. And next stage, that is called erythrocytic cycle. In this erythrocytic cycle, completely eating of hemoglobin or RBC. Likewise, the life cycle is completing in human being. Right? Now, first, that is called as a hepatic Shayjagani stage. Hepatic Shayjagani. Hepatic Shayjagani, in this stage, first scientist, Garnahan scientist discovered the hepatic Shayjagani. Hepatic means the parasites or the sporozoites are now entering into the liver cells. That is calling hepatocyte cells. That is based on to the cells it is calling hepatic Shayjagani. Garnahan scientist first identified, and here approximately 2000 sporozoites are releasing into the human being. 2000 sporozoites are releasing into the human being within an half an hour. Now the sporozoites are reaching into the liver cells of human being. Okay, so this is first step, that is calling as a hepatic Shayjagani stage. And next one is calling as a pre-erythrocytic cycle. It is calling pre-erythrocytic cycle. Here the sporozoites are entering into the liver cell. The sporozoites are entering into the liver cells. Now this is the liver cell. It is called as a liver cell. It is called as a sickle-shaped structure, infective to human being. Now the sickle-shaped structure is now entering into the liver cell. Here, when it is entering into the liver cell, the sporozoite, it is called as a sporozoites. Now the sporozoite is transforming into the trophozoites. This is called as a trophozoites. How it is forming? The sporozoite is the sickle-shaped structure. They are changing the what is that structure, that is calling round structure. The round structure we are calling here trophozoites. Trophozoite stage. Now the trophozoites are present in liver cells. Okay, and now the trophozoites here, the trophozoites are feeding of the tissue, that is called liver cells, and it is forming further, it is called spherical shape, and now they attain maximum size of the shell joint. Okay, they attain maximum size of the shell joint. Now the trophozoites are increasing their number and they are eating the food material. Which food material they are eating? Liver cells or hepatocyte cells they are eating. When eating the food material, the trophozoites are what is that? Growing. When it is growing, its maximum size or it's attain maximum size, it is now transforming into the what is that Scheidt stage. This is calling as a Scheidt. This is Scheidt. Okay. Now it contains. Now it is calling as a Scheidt. Central region contains a nucleus. Nucleus is present. The nucleus is now dividing mitotically. Mitotically when it is dividing, here it contains what is that cytoplasm. Okay, and some cytoplasmic divisions also sharing into the which Scheidt region. It is called Scheidt. Now it is transforming into the what is that cryptozoite cells or cryptozoite stage. This cryptozoite stage we are considering as a first generation of the merozoite stage. Okay. Now the cryptozoites are the first generation of the merozoites are now entering into the what is that sinusoid cells or sinusoids. Okay. So likewise the pre-erythrocytic cycle is completing within 8 days. Okay. Now this is called pre-erythrocytic cycle, right? Now cryptozoites are the first generation of merozoites are ready to the liver cell. Now second stage that is called as a exoerythrocytic cycle. Exoerythrocytic cycle. Second step here. Now these cryptozoites are the first generation of merozoites. They are entering into the again new liver cell. Okay. Now they are reaching into a new liver cell. Now exoerythrocytic cycle. The cryptozoites are now entering into the liver cell. It is called liver cell. Now it is further transforming into the trophozoites. Now trophozoites are transforming into the Scheidt. Okay. Now the Scheidt when it is transforming here. Now these are again dividing here. The nucleus is dividing here. Now it is considering as a second generation of merozoites, or it is also known as a metacryptomerozoite. Okay, metacryptomerozoite cells are there now. Okay, so these all are called as a second generation of merozoites. Second generation of merozoites, it is also known as a metacryptomerozoites. Okay, metacryptomerozoites. Based on the size, if small metacryptozoites we are considering as a further micro metacryptomerozoites, if large size of the what is that metacryptozoites we are calling as a what is that macro metacryptozoites. Micro metacryptozoites and macro metacryptomerozoites both are coming from where? From metacryptomerozoites are the second generation of the merozoites. Now these are calling macro metacryptozoites and small one it is calling as a micro metacryptozoites. Okay. Now macro metacryptozoites are again reaching into the new liver cell, and micro metacryptozoites are now reaching into the RBC cell. So RBC cells means the micro metacryptozoites are now entering into the bloodstream of human being. Okay, on that bloodstream it contains RBCs, WBC, etc. Okay, RBC red blood cells. Now the exoerythrocytic life cycle is completing within 2 days. How many days? 2 days. It is very, very important for NEET point of view and MSET point of view in various competitive exams. Okay. So this is calling exoerythrocytic cycle, and next that is calling exoerythrocytic cycle. Here one of the point that is calling as prepatent period is there. Prepatent period. What is prepatent period means? the interval between the first entry of the Plasmodium vivax, what is that, blood into the blood of human being, first entry of the sporozoites and it reaching into the second entry of the Plasmodium into the bloods and it's converted into the cryptozoites. That is called as a prepotent period. Okay, that is called prepotent period. First entry of the sporozoites, they are transforming into the second entry of the, what is that, cryptozoites. Sporozoites are transforming into the cryptozoites. In between the interval we are calling as a, what is that, prepotent period. Prepotent period. Okay, now next stage is calling erythrocytic cycle or erythrocytic stage, third stage. So this is called as a erythrocytic stage. First scientist, Camillo Golgi scientist, first time he identified of this stage. That's why it is also known as a Golgi phase. Golgi phase in human being. Now this is the erythrocytic cycle. This erythrocytic cycle is completing within 48 hours. 48 hours. Okay. Now here micrometacryptozoites are entering into the RBC. Okay. It is called as a blood vessels or blood stream. On that blood vessels, it contains RBC. Okay. So this is called as RBC, and now here this is the entering of the micrometacryptoneurozoites. Okay. Now here it is entering outer side of the cell, and again it contains, what is that, apical cups. It is now going into the deepest tissues. Deepest tissues means deepest cell, that is calling RBC cell. Now here it is entering, and next it is sickle shaped structure. Okay. Now when it is going into the inner side of the RBCs, it is transforming there, or it is changing the what is that size, that is calling as a round shaped size. The round shaped size here it is calling as a trophozoites. Okay. Micrometacryptozoites are now transforming into the trophozoites. Okay, this is the trophozoites. It contains, what is that, vacuoles. Okay, here it contains vacuoles and the cytoplasm. Vacuoles and cytoplasms, they are pushing one side of peripheral region. Okay, when it is pushing into the peripheral region of the vacuole and cytoplasm, it is forming as a, what is that, ring-like structure. Ring-like structure. Okay, na? So this is the ring-like structure. Here it is calling ring-like structure. Here the cells, that is calling as a, what is that, signet ring stage. Signet ring stage. Okay. So the signet ring stage is present now into the where erythrocytic stage. Now nucleus is attaining, okay, into the one direction, peripheral region, that is called as a signet ring stage. Now it is changing some structure. Next here this is the blood vessels complete signet ring stage. Further it is forming amoeboid stage. Now the size is increasing into the RBCs. Okay, which size is increasing? Amoeboid stage. Okay, these are calling as a amoeboid stage. This amoeboid stage is now what is that, transformed into the Shaijan. Okay, Shaijan. So here it contains RBC. RBC contains what is that, hemoglobin. Globin pigment is eating of the, what is that, parasite. Later on the hemoglobin percentage is less, but the what is that globin pigment is multiplying here into the amoeboid stage, but later on they are eating, the parasites are eating into the what is that hemoglobin. That's why the parasites are now, it contains what is that antigens here. Now in this amoeboid stage it is transforming into the Seijan. Okay, in this Seijan stage it is multiplying of what is that cells. When the cells are multiplying here, small dots are forming. The dots we are considering as a Schaffner's granules or the Schaffner's dots. So in this RBC, it contains hemoglobin. The presence of the hemoglobin, the blood is appearing of the red color in human being. When eating of the hemoglobin, when parasites are occupying into the central region of the RBC, what is that? When eating of the hemoglobin pigment, here it is transforming into the hemogyne. It is now we are calling as a malarial pigment stage. The stage is calling as a malarial pigment stage. Okay. Now the hemogyne granules surrounding region, what is that? It contains what is that hemoglobin is present. Okay. But the parasites are multiplying here. The parasites are more here, increasing their number. Okay, increasing their size. Okay, and feeding the parasites. Which type of food material they are feeding now? They are feeding into the what is that hemoglobin. Okay, or RBCs. Okay, now the hemogyne granules now it is transformed into the what is that merozoites. Merozoites. The hemogyne is the somewhat round shaped structure. Now when it is transforming into the merozoite stage, they are again into the sickle shaped structure here it is forming. Okay, so now they are releasing into the hemogynes and merozoites. Okay, now these are calling as a RBC stage. At this stage they are burst. When it is bursting, all merozoites are releasing into the bloodstream. Okay, when the merozoites are releasing into the bloodstream completely, the merozoites, what is that? Again, the merozoites, small merozoites and large merozoites are now present. Some merozoites are again reaching into the where it is transformed into the male gametocytes, and another one is calling as a female gametocytes. Okay, now male gametocytes and female gametocytes both are forming. The gametocytes are ready to human being now. Okay, when biting of mosquito in human being, at that time the mosquito is sucking of the human bloodstream. Okay, the bloodstream, it contains what is that merozoites. Okay, the merozoites are the what is that male gametocytes and female gametocytes. They are entering into the what is that mosquito mouth region through the salivary glands. Through the salivary glands, the merozoites are now entering into the what is that inner side of the tissues in mosquitoes. Okay, so likewise the life cycle is completing in human beings. Okay, and at this stage through salivary glands, now the what is that merozoites are entering into the stomach wall in mosquito. Likewise, the life cycle is completing in human being. The erythrocytic physiogeny or the erythrocytic cycle is completing within 48 hours. Okay, so this is the what is that asexual life cycle in man phase. Okay, so first step is calling pre-erythrocytic cycle. It is completing within 8 days, and second step that is calling as a exoerythrocytic cycle. It is completing within 2 days, and third step is calling as a erythrocytic cycle. It is completing within 48 hours. Okay. This is the life cycle of what is that plasmodium in man phase, and next one, what is that incubation period is there. The incubation period means the first entry of sporozoites into the human being, which reaches to the symptoms of the malaria disease in human being. That is calling what is that incubation period. In human being, approximately 10 to 14 days. That is the incubation period. Okay. So this is about the what is that asexual life cycle in human being, right? So today we are discussed the Plasmodium vivax in man phase, and next one is the what is that life cycle of Plasmodium in mosquito phase. It is called sexual life cycle. We will discuss next class. I think it will be useful to all students for first years, intermediate. Watch my classes and share and subscribe. Thank you for watching my YouTube videos. Thank you once again. Thank you.